where you just want to dodge the damage and then maybe make a play afterwards with maybe the darkening, take out those frontliners, and really deals a good amount of damage, especially to Terizla with that Body of Smith passive.
And here we'll see how they use that in the early to make up for it, because this is the kind of mage you want to see on Good Knight. Good Knight is an anchor and a core for Team Falcons in any of their iterations, and now they're going to need to get him online. Oh, look at this, an early fight.
Okay, they're going to be pushing Keyboy as quickly as possible, but Kyrie gets in the middle of the mix. Good Knight forced to flicker away. This is what we're talking about, right? This is how dangerous it is in these early stages of the game. Anybody could go down and could start this snowball.
And up top, you see the 1v1 between Ding and Lutpi, both bruisers, both CC specialists, especially when it comes down to these bigger team fights. And wow, check this out. Sans, I don't think you can do that with maybe with a Valentina, but you couldn't do that with a Vixana.
Oh,
not at that
sure.
range.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think that, like, Aurora is very similar in this position to the Lunox, right? With that Pride of Ice passive, being able to like tank, well, tank a good amount of damage, but at the same time have an option of maybe escaping when you're getting doved on by Kenji, for an example. I think there might be some ways that FANATIC ONIC can get really creative with the way they play this comp.
Yep, checking out the opening builds here. I think this is Ding now, understanding the dynamic between who's the beatdown. He builds an early Dreadnought armor. Oh, yep. Super!
He's gone here. That's going to be first blood instantaneously. Kyrie finds it. Just wrong place, wrong time, right? There's nothing much you can really say about that. They're trying to open up the map, but as soon as they saw it, Super, he already missed out on his flicker. Can't do much about it.
And he was in too deep. There wasn't really anywhere for him to go. And there were other members of FANATIC ONIC in the vicinity. So that opens up this first hurdle of the game. No one making moves quite yet. You'll see here, it's Super, who goes ahead and checks in, and so far,
I don't think they're gonna fight.
Yeah, just wailing away.
I personally don't think they want to fight here. I think that Team Falcons, like, Good Knight is about to hit level 4, but at the same time, FANATIC ONIC, right? You can see that Kyrie, he's ready to jump in. Oh, here it comes. Lupti with penalty zone onto Ding straight away. Good frigid breath from Sans, instantly securing that kill. But Kyrie, oh wait, the entire backline ends up dying. Kenji getting hit by the wild charge from Keyboy because of a flicker play. Really nicely done. You blink, you miss it, and the next to fall Super. That's a double for Sans.
It was a 0-frame wild charge. Again, you don't even have to blink. It really just happened in an instant, and next thing you know, your hero can't even move. Now down bottom, looks like Lark and Good Knight looking for a revenge kill on the CW while they can, since he's not built up quite yet. You're looking at a 3-minute game, 4-0 already, with FANATIC ONIC 2,000 gold ahead. That's what's allowing Keyboy here to bother their oh, look at that. He made the orange buff make a lap, man.
Gosh, and it's past the 2 minutes, so he's allowed to do it. He's like, yes, the one thing that I've been enjoying, just messing with junglers, ruining their days.
Oh, and Super's trying to repair that, like, I need to hold this down for Kenji. And you're looking at a Ling, man. It's not like they changed anything in Ling's dynamics. Like, that's still an assassin. That's still a hero that needs a lot of build-up. Now, Keyboy in trouble, while charge out.
Instantly out. Oh, but he gets pulled back in by the final slash, though. Sans does drop down the ult as well. Okay, so now Super all by himself has to flicker away, has no escape mechanics, and Kyrie picks him off for free.
Frigid Glacier, enough to find that trap, the counter engage, and still Team Falcons left high and dry, nothing to their name. 5-0. This lead is growing, man. We're looking at almost 3,000 ahead for the Indonesian 4-time champion squad, the defending MSC champions. Let's look what the items look like as of now. Chewe rocking that Starlium Scythe already. That just needs to get updated real quick. And as well, you see Bladed Heptases on the Kyrie.
And so far, resources are coming out of Team Falcons, Kenji, Super, and even Lark, all using valuable resources. And FANATIC, honestly, don't have to do too much. Their presence alone is so lethal.
And here you'll see, just now, Lutpi built up to a War Axe. And again, you're playing on 2 different axes of who's offensive and who's defensive. And FANATIC ONIC are just always on the right side of that argument, always on the right side of that coin. And now check this out. Oh, look at the show of dominance from Kyrie, pushing Kenji out of his own jungle.
Oh, down on the bot side, CW finds the kill onto Super. They might want to go a little bit more here. And CW, he's down for it. He's got the help of Key Boy. He just needs to bide some time. But now Kenji might be the next to fall here. Lupti, he doesn't mind. Oh, dodge the damage. He still has penalty zones to secure it. Hey, Lark, wait. He finds a trade on to CW.
All right. Maybe bottom is where Falcons find
Do it.
redemption, but not going to happen. All right. Amazing work. Again, Lutpi. Say what you will about him coming in to repair a tough situation for FANATIC ONIC about 2 or 3 months ago. But now, here he is, a mechanical beast. A flicker cancel. Penalty zone. It's amazing.
Yep, Lupti has been building up so much confidence from the regular season to the playoffs to winning their own individual regions league to now coming to an international and really showing off why they were put on the map in the first place. Here comes the dive. We see, oh, Lark forced to flicker out straight away. Kyrie has so much damage. It's not even close right now.
I don't blame Lark trying to find a way to retreat there. He was trying to get some damage, and now Keyboy gets a kill on him. Good night, in trouble, forced to use the brilliance.
He gets out of there okay, but oh, they fight all three, the final slash as well. This is the play that they've been looking for. Ding, finds Kyrie. CW does get Genji to stop the initial push, but they've traded equally here. 2 for 2 in that engagement. What a great play coming in from Team Falcons, and they're not done just yet. Lark trying to cut down Lupti as much as he can. Lupti, he's trying to tank through the damage. Can he find it? No. Goes down to the vengeance of Ding. I'm done with this lane.
He still finds a trade, though. The body of Smith able to keep him alive, plus the spell vamp, just enough to make it worth FANATIC ONIC's time. I gotta say, CW's mid-game power spike here at 7 minutes, I think that's what made it a little better for FANATIC ONIC, despite the amazing catch by Ding. That could have been lethal. That could, if ever it was a switcheroo, if it was CW on the Beatrix and Lark on the Harith, that could have been a wipeout.
Yeah, man. The replay didn't catch the initial play started by Super. He was trying to replicate a game-winning moment from M5 when Keyboy did it himself. The 5-man implosion, he was so close to it. But unfortunately, like, if Kenji just survived a little bit longer, I think he could have cleaned up the entire team. But now the mid lane, oh, Keyboy! He does find Lark! He can't get out of there in time. The Frigid Frost already locking down the tower, but it doesn't really matter anymore. So many members are already dead. And even Kenji, he doesn't want to go in there anymore. He's like, that's too much to handle.
It was a dispersal of Team Falcons. Like, one kill led to another, and it scrambled their formation. There's very little left on the map for Team Falcons to scrunch up. And need I remind you, they're playing with a Ling. It's tough to play from this defensive position. Again, best case scenario, they start splitting the map. They send Kenji down into the bottom lane, but Kyrie is just as quick, just as agile a hero. So they're going to be playing tag.
I mean, at this point, whoa, okay, all right. I guess they really wanted the buff on that one. Oh, wait, hold on, the Frigid Breath. Oh, into the Glaciers. Well, they fight too. They quickly get out of their iframes. Oh, K-Boy making sure that Good Night isn't having a good time. Gets pushed underneath the tower. Can somebody dive them already? As we see the Tempest Blades already come out. Man after man being thrown. FANATIC ONIC say no more sacrifices. We've done what we can. We're sorry, K-Boy. We can only get Good Night.
Ceasefire underneath tier 2. And the inhibitor Kenji's gonna fall. Sans gets a kill. And another body dropped up top.
Man.
FANATIC ONIC don't want to stop.
Yeah, they're just running out of patience. They're sick of this. Team Falcons, you're going to be playing real passive? No worries. We're just going to start walking up. All of this starting because they won their individual lanes.
Kyrie's making big money moves, man. He just picked up the Blade of Despair. That's it. Even Super's going to feel it despite his passive on the Tigreal. Despite building a dominance ice, might be too little too late. FANATIC ONIC are looking at about 6,000 gold ahead. I'm thinking, all right, 2, 2, and 3 on Good Night. Could they maybe win underneath turret? Because look. What does he have on him now? Just the Gideon, just the glowing wand.
Yeah, it's really not enough here, and it looks like he might just diversify, right?
Yeah, is he splitting between an HC and...
I don't think so. I think he just wants just a little bit of mana regen,
That's
right?
a little greedy, though.
I think the greedy thing would be going for the Holy Crystal, but we do just see him purchase the Blood Wings. He needs that really bad. That shield is so important. Now he's going to start building into that Holy Crystal to have some relevant damage, but for the time being, I think the power spikes are just not in their favor, right? We're even seeing CW. He's also got a Holy Crystal.
Yeah, but he's in a position to do that. That is disposable income, is what we call it. But right now, check it out. Lord taken here by FANATIC ONIC, no question. Blitzed it. And wow, look, when the cat is away, the mouse goes to play. Team Falcons making a push down bottom, but just as they should, they disperse. They let go. That's dangerous. It's greedy.
He sets the game. On keyboard. Wait, he didn't see it. He turns around. Wait, they don't notice. And then Locke walks out. He could have just stood still. Oh, man. Now he's out of position, gets hit by the wild charge, and another stack for Kyrie.
That's a curious call. Did the wild charge not stop him or spot him? Did it stop right where he wasn't?
I mean, it did cancel the recall, essentially. It should have revealed him at that point in time, but here we go. The implosion down on the bot side of the map to find Kyrie. Not enough to get out of there. Wait, hold on.
That's a shutdown.
It could be an even bigger shutdown here if they get an inhibitor off of this, but Team Falcons should be able to regroup off of that play as the Lord is going to be crashing down from the top side.
Yep. Again, speaking as a fan of the hometown team here, the MPL Mana Champions, you got to say, hey, man, if they're going to win a fight, it's going to be inside their own base. Right? They have pretty good high ground, and they're all here, but they are looking at a Lord, so that's a 6-man a 5-man coalition. Kyrie's off.
Yeah, and let's keep in mind, right? They can still shut down these inhibitors. Wait, here comes the penalty zone almost instantaneously. They're trying to combo together, but they don't find anything else. The follow-up isn't there. They get rid of the inhibitor, and Team Falcons, man, look, he's so tanky. He's holding on despite that, and CW is able to find a mega kill off of it. Despite the Glacier not finding the right targets, it forces Kenji to use the ult.
FANATIC ONIC playing a little off-kilter. When you thought the measure was 4-4, they say, nah, fam, it's a 3-4, and that takes Team Falcons off tempo. They shouldn't be forcing it, but here they are looking for one.
It was so close. The implosion only finds one. They're going to get pulled back, but CW finds Super. Kyrie already back into play. Team Falcons, they need to clear up these minions as soon as possible. Kenji almost going down in the meantime. Lark, he's the only person who actually has some decent wave clear. Even Good Night, I don't think he has enough damage just yet. Final Slash coming in from Ding to maybe look for a pick back, but it's still 4v4 for the time being. Kyrie can join at any point of time, and that means the next inhibitor shall fall for Team Falcons.
Their last bastion. No more turrets, just the base standing for Team Falcons. Can they do it? Force that Tempest of Blades!
Oh no, such an early Tempest of Blades. Kenji, he's giving so much respect over to Kyrie, but at the very least, the minion waves have been cleared up, and Team Falcons, with no inhibitors, they're going to be stuck in their base, turtling up as hard as they can.
The Sky Kings play the disciplined game here, keeping to their timing. They're going for the next objective. They want to finish this game off of an enhanced Lord, spawning about 10 seconds, unless they can find a pick, force in a Brilliance from Good Night. Man, if you're talking about just the items and their firepower, Team Falcons can't take a fight, not a fair fight against FANATIC ONIC.
Honestly, I think it's really coming down to the fact that they're always reacting to FANATIC ONIC, right? They're going to use FANATIC ONIC. They're going to use that. They're going to go for a feint, wait for you to use your abilities and punish. And that's exactly what we see. Kenji goes down, doesn't even have the timing to drop down the Tempest of Blades.
That's got to be a play that even his teammates would question. You can see in the player cams, Kenji knows that wasn't the right call. That wasn't the right play, and he dove into 3 and 4. Paid the price for it, and FANATIC ONIC secures the Lord off of that pickoff.
Yeah, he underestimated Kyrie, man. Honestly, I think a single auto attack, he doesn't even need the special steel cables auto attack as well. He can basically one-shot Kenji.
Yep, Kenji's back in about 4. I'm not so sure, though, if this is a position that he wants to be in. Again, you're a Ling. One of your strengths is coming from any angle, coming in from a Finch Poise. There's barely any walls inside the base, so he's going to have to play this very, very carefully. And he gets spotted from top. Very close. Kyrie throws out a cable. Oh, there's a final slash.
Okay, straight away, CW is able to use the Purify. Zaman forces well penalty zone into Good Night. They're trying to escalate the situation. He dies immediately off the Brilliance, and now the Crystal will fall. FANATIC ONIC take the game 21 kills to 7.
A clean sweep in a best of 2 by the Sky Kings. Even on home soil, Team Falcons could not make these Kings bleed. Amazing work. I don't know, Gideon, maybe it's the Savage that made game 1 all the more sweeter, but game 2 felt quick and just more violent at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie, I think FANATIC ONIC really left an impression onto the Falcons in game 1, right? They weren't as confident as they were. They played very passive comps, and unfortunately, the 2 side lanes, they ended up losing, and Lunox, you can't expect her to scale that fast, so you have to play a slow game.
Not to mention the last couple of minutes where there were glaring errors. You see clearly how maybe communications could be breaking down, and maybe their minds weren't as clear or on point, and they needed to defend inside their own base, but looking at their comp now in hindsight, might not have been possible.
Yeah, I think, Coach Yeb really understood the timings of which they wanted to punish, and, FANATIC ONIC, they're in a position where it's like, all right, if you want to play around timings, that's what we're good at. As long as we control that tempo, we can do whatever we want, and luckily, nobody made a mistake in the laning phase.
Big smiles, I would assume, on Coach Yeb and Coach Addy's faces. I couldn't say the same for Coach Zico and Coach Powie Byrne. Man, they worked so hard. They pulled this team out from the dregs of MPL